Hi, I just wanted to quickly walk you through one of our lessons that we've done in English Language Arts. This particular lesson, I paired it with Peardeck. It is an app or a tool that I use, or all of us use, to get our students more engaged in the lesson and to also get feedback instantly. So although this one is closed, you can see a few of the features of Peer Deck. This is our class code. So each class has its own code. And what students will do is at the beginning of class, I will present to them the code and they will log in on their computer. So whatever I see on my computer, they can see on their computer in this particular mode because this is projector mode. We have an entrance ticket, and you can almost see the little pair in the corner. That means that this is a multiple choice question. So the students have the opportunity to fill in their multiple choice answers as well as explaining why they chose those two words. There's also a timer embedded to help them stay focused on the task at hand. Once we get beyond that, we can talk about the standards that are covered. We all believe in our department that it's important students understand why. Why are we doing a particular activity or exercise? And the standards can help us explain that. We try to base our activities on any of the words that cause us to take action, those verbs. Then we look at our learning targets for the lesson. By the end of the lesson, students should be able to do these things, these tasks. I can analyze a model to identify characteristics of an effective summary. I can demonstrate understanding of the excerpts from chapters 13, 14, and 15. And I can analyze how a theme is developed through details in the text. So then we try to look at these learning targets one by one. I also try to keep the target in front of me. I like to have a visual, as well as you can notice here that there's another little pair, and students have the opportunity on their screen to write a response. Now, at the end of our lesson, because they are responding, or if they're not typing in their answers, I may cold call, and a cold call is when I ask the students to unmute themselves, and I will, or Ms. Faust will, call on the students randomly, and we expect them to unmute themselves and participate. But one of the things that I like about, one of the features that I like about Pear Deck is I can actually have the students to show their responses on my page. This is in projector view, but if I do it in teacher view, I can actually see the responses that my students are giving to me real time. I can also see if students aren't engaged and aren't participating. And that's another tool that we like to use, the same as with DYNO or Dino, so that we can make sure we're doing everything to pull the students into the learning. Having their camera on definitely is a feature that they should always utilize, because when they can be seen, they're held more accountable. They don't have the opportunity to walk away without explaining why, but I can see on my screen, or all the teachers can see on their screen, what answers students are putting in, and that gives us instant feedback to know whether or not we need to review something, or if we need to address a misunderstanding or something that they're not learning correctly or learning at all. So this is a great example of a great tool that we use in class with our slide decks, so that students aren't just doing the mundane slide by slide by slide. They are actually accountable for giving us input, and we can see it right there in the moment.